Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to another Yukon Bob video. On the road again, heading north this morning. For you, this is going to be a trip that looks like it was a week or so away from the last video I did, or one of the last videos I did on a ride on the Lake of Bays. But for me, it's actually just the next day because I'm doing back-to-back rides on this road trip. I rode the Lake of Bays, which is a video that you've already seen, and now I'm going to be riding a different body of water today. But because I'm so far north from where I live, almost 3 hours, I spent the night in a hotel in Huntsville in the heart of cottage country last night, so I'm in the area already. It's only a 30-minute ride now for me to get to where I'm going today. And where am I going today? Well, I'm going to ride a body of water that I've been looking at on the map for a couple of years now, but have never been on. And I decided that I would do a trip on this body of water and just show you guys what it looks like. I'm headed to Burke's Falls, which is just 30 minutes up the road from Huntsville, Ontario. And there's a river there. You can ride the Magnetewan River all the way to the town of Magnetewan. And then there's a hydro dam there. You go through one lock, you get through that lock, and then there's another lake. I think it's called Amik. A-H-M-I-C, Amik Lake on the other side. So that's the plan today. It's kind of a river run for the most part, a couple of lakes in between, a lock, and we're just going to go see some new country. This is kind of getting out into the wilderness and into the bush a little bit. So come along with us as we explore this together. First time for me, and I hope you enjoyed the ride. It's the Magnetewan River today in Ontario. Okay, we are here at the launch. First time here. So let's have a look. It looks like there's a ramp right there. It looks like it's concrete that turns to gravel. And then there's one over here that's kind of steep. And a dock right there. Yeah, this is kind of steep, but it'll work. That'll get me in. Does the pad go out a ways? Yeah, I won't have to get in too far there, but that's pretty steep. We're gonna have to put the emergency brake on for this one. Okay, we are here, Burke's Falls, the Magnetewan River, and let's get everything loaded into the Sea-Doo and get this trip underway. I'm not sure how far it is down the river till you hit the town of Magnetewan and the hydro dam there. The road sign seems to indicate it's about 24 kilometers from here by the river. Who knows? I'll set the GPS and we'll track it and see how far it is. Okay, let's get all this stuff into there. And I'm not exactly sure where you park the vehicle afterwards. I don't see any sign. I wouldn't think they'd want you up there. I don't really know. Maybe on the lawn over here? There's nothing that's sort of obviously evident here as to where to park. But there's not a lot of room to park right here. But I don't see any signs saying not to park here, so we'll see. That looks like it'll be a good spot just to tie it up for a second while I move the truck. And I did yell over to a neighbor who was outside on his house there. He said, just park it on the lawn right there. You'll be fine. So that's perfect. That's what I'm going to do. Just park it on the lawn. Hey, anybody need a bicycle? Man, I think that was probably dug out of the river somewhere. Looks like it's seen better days. Okay, this is not bad. That was easy enough to launch here. It is steep, but no big deal. It drops off and you can get it in fairly quickly. So right where you launch from here is as far as you can go on the Magnetewan River this way. I guess heading north, if I've got my directions right, because there's a waterfall right there and a bit of a dam. Maybe I'll drive up there and give you a look. I don't know how close I can get here because there's, yeah, it's a bit of a current right here. It's about as close as I can get. But there's a waterfall right up there, so that's as far as you're going to get on the Magnetewan River heading, I believe that direction is north. Waterfall and the town intake. So we're going to go the other way anyway and head south and west. I've reset all the calibrations on the Garmin so we can get a good indication as to the distance and fuel consumption, all that kind of stuff. The Garmin still does not display the maps the way it should, because this is just the day after the ride I did on Lake Abase. For you guys, it's going to seem like it's been a week or more, but for me, it's just the next day. So I haven't had a chance to get this Garmin fixed and sorted out with the maps, because the maps that are on there are just a really basic thing, and that they're just not good enough. You've got to get better maps on there, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Yeah, we're going to have to watch for those, what they call sweepers, trees bent and hanging out over the river. We won't want to hit those. I think this could be a really fun ride. Cutting and curving through the river. Have a look at this. They put a big pole out and a rope off the end of it. Swing out into the water, a couple of knots on the rope. That looks like it could be a lot of fun. You know, you really get the sense when you're riding this river, I mean, I already have, that you're kind of out in the wilderness a little more. Yeah, there's some cottages along the river in here and stuff like that, but there's more of a kind of a, I don't know, a wilderness feel to being out here, like you're getting into the backcountry a little bit more. Fishing is supposed to be really good in this river too. I didn't bring a fishing rod, and that's probably a good thing because I think my license has expired. I don't do a lot of fishing. I used to in the north, but I haven't done a lot of fishing in southern Ontario. But I do have a fishing license, and I've done some, caught a few fish, never really want to keep them, I just throw them back. That's a fairly basic little campsite, isn't it? They've just got the bug screen thing there, a lot, fire pit, there's no cabin, no nothing, they put an outhouse in, and they keep the boat there. Basically, it's a lot with a little dock and a boat. Well, I've just switched sunglasses. There's a fair amount of shade when you're running up and down along the river here. You know, just kind of the trees kind of block the sun a little bit. And I put these sort of red ones on, and boy, does that ever brighten stuff up. These are also Polaroid, so things are just a heck of a lot brighter. That was a good switch, good idea. Still a no wake zone through here, even on this river, even in the countryside out here. There are no wake zones. Just people have got their cottages and docks right along the water. It's not very wide through here either, so got to respect that. Okay, so we have just come out of the river now, and we're now into Lake Sisebee. I think that's it. And we're trying to head to the lock, but I don't know if we're going to make the lock. I think it's at 12 noon, and I'm not sure I'm going to make it or not. We'll have to give that a shot. Here comes another boat. The lake is actually fairly choppy out here, so we're going to have to slow it up a little bit now. Not sure how long. I've only got 10 minutes to make the lock. I don't know if I will. So I kind of raced the last 10 kilometers across Sudeyko Lake to see if I could catch the lock in time, and I don't know if I have or not. This is the lock here, but I'll just go talk to the lock master, see if I made it in time. I think it's noon, and I'm 12:05 or something like that. I'll just ask him, see what the story is. Did I make the lock or not make the lock?
You can make the lock.
I can make the lock?
Yeah.
Because I raced up here, I thought it was noon or something.
It is noon, but we haven't had anything all day.
So I can get through and all that?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, perfect. So I raced all the way across. Is that called Sisebee?
CC, we don't even know.
CC.
We get asked every day.
I don't know. Sisebee Lake or whatever it is, and the guys here say, no problem. It's a slow day. I can go anytime. All right. Okay, I'll go through. Do I owe money or?
It'd be $5 for it's just a day.
$5. Yeah, just go up and back. Let me give you the $5.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so all that racing was for naught, as is usually the case. But they're just going to open up the lock for me and I can go through. I think I'll take this side since that's where the rope is. How big a drop is it?
15 feet.
15-foot drop. And then I'm in what lake? Amik?
Amik Lake.
Amik Lake. Okay, so and there's a marina and a gas station right over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So Amik Lake is where to come out of, into from Sisebee Lake when you're heading west on the Magnetewan River. And it's the only lock you've got to go through. And then there's Amik Lake, and then down the end of Amik Lake, I think there's some waterfalls down there and you can't go any farther. So just while we're in the lock, for reference sake, it's about 25 kilometers on the Magnetewan River from Burley Falls till you get to Sisebee Lake, and then about another 10, 11 kilometers across Sisebee Lake to get to the lock. So 35, 36, 37, somewhere in that range, kilometers to get to this lock. So it's not all that far. Okay, guys, we'll see you on the way back, and I don't know how long it'll take me to look around, but okay, thanks. So that's it. That's the lock right at Magnetewan. Oh, there's a beautiful waterfall just over there. I wonder if I can get over to it. Where the hell do you go here? I wonder if I can get over there. This looks... I think I can get through here. Yeah. Oh, this is really pretty through here. Careful, Bob. How's that? How's that for a view? Isn't that pretty? All right, the waterfall behind us. Let's make our way out of here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Built in 1924. Still standing. I think at one time, because of the turntable up top there, this might have been a swing bridge at one time, and then they've now made it a fixed bridge. I'm not sure. You know what? There may be a boat launch right over here on this side of the bridge as well. This looks like a kid's playground if I've ever seen one. Look at all this stuff. I think these are a bunch of cottages that people can rent right here, and they put all this stuff out here for the kids to play on. That looks like a lot of fun. I'd like to go down that once. This is all made out of logs. Wow. Well, no. Yeah. You know what those are? Those are those half logs. They've been planed. So it's round on one side and flat on the other side. I had a cottage in the Yukon that I built on a lake there, and that was what I used. These are all weathered. Yeah, that's half logs. So it's rounded on the outside. Those are actually just planks, but they're rounded on the outside and flat on one side. Really gives it an old feel, especially when they're weathered like that. I had to buy a new cord today, power cord for the phone. The one yesterday that I had just stopped working, and I think what happened is the cord got caught under there because it's too long, and it got in there and I slammed the top box and I broke the cord, so it just stopped working. So today I bought a new one and the phone works again, it's charging. So kind of important to have that phone charged up just for safety's sake and navigation's sake, since I'm still totally relying on the Navionics app off the phone. Hope this isn't too windy. It's probably a lot windier than with the other microphone, but that's what I've got right now to work with. So I've got it working now, but I had to buy a new cord at a gas station. Look at all this stuff. It's just like kind of grass growing in the water. It needs mowing. That's the kind of stuff that loves to get sucked up into an impeller. That's where the IDF might come in handy if you sucked up a bunch of that stuff. Personally, I'm not going to get that close. We'll just take a look at it from this distance. I'm just kind of working my way back as far as I can get in these bodies of water. This is another little narrow area that takes you back a bit further, but you got to watch the channel. The fact that it says keep right means you probably can't go under it. Whoa! Some liquids here. I need to have a drink. I brought some Gatorade along and some corn chips or something like that. I just grabbed a couple of things at a convenience store. So I should have a little bit, it's nice and calm in here, so this would be a good spot. I'll just pull up here. Maybe there's some guy's dock I can tie up to for a minute. Nice and sandy right up there. It's somewhere in here, I just don't know where. I found the Gatorade. It was buried in a bag at the bottom of the bucket down in there, but I found that. And we've got some corn chips, so I'm just gonna sit on the dock here and take 15-20 minutes and have a little bite to eat. Hopefully that other battery will charge up a bit and I can use the other microphone, but If not, I'll have to use this microphone for the rest of the trip. Won't be the end of the world, because that's what I used to use, but the other one is better. There she is, the 2022 GTX 300 Limited, in all its glory. Here's a look in the water at those new sponsons on there that we put on just a couple of days ago. And they're in the middle setting, as I said before, but I am noticing a fairly big difference with how this thing handles, turns, its preciseness in turning. I really like those sponsons. I should have put them on a long time ago. They really do help control the Sea-Doo, especially running down that river, the Magnetewan River. They're just great for cranking back and forth around all the corners. There's no sliding with them at all. They just kind of grab and bite. I think I could have even gone maybe one setting lower in the water. But this is where I'm starting. I'll probably leave it like this for this season. Maybe next season I'll drop them down one more. This is what they call the Sea-Doo life. I'm just sitting on some guy's dock here. There doesn't even appear to be a cottage or a cabin back there. It's just a piece of property on the lake. And that's that. I got the Sea-Doo right over there behind me. Whoop, can you see it? Where is it? Yeah, that way. Over there in the water back behind me. And I'm just sitting on this old rickety dock looking out at this $1 million view. I think I better pack her up and get out of here. Start making my way back. It's gonna take me 3 hours, 2.5 hours to get back. Although, oh no! No! Well, it could be a bit of a wet ride on the way back. All right, we'll say goodbye to our little spot where we had a little break. And that's as far as I'm gonna go. I don't think it goes that much further anyway. I'm gonna turn around and head back, or start to head back. Get the Navionics geared up. Come on. Back is that way. Whoa, going under the tunnel, the bridge. Well, I'm just about back at the lock that I've got to cross through and then go back onto another lake, the Magnetewan Lake, and then onto the river again. So I'm not going to shoot the whole thing on the way back. I'm just going to enjoy the ride back and not worry about any more camera gear on this trip. I'm going to put it all away and just enjoy the next couple hours riding back. Hope you guys enjoyed this ride. A little bit different. It was on the river today a lot, and some lakes in between. Beautiful day. It was really nice. Did about 68 kilometers, and I got another probably 40 to do. It'll be 110, 115, something like that today. So that's the ride today, the Magnetewan River in southern Ontario. Thanks for coming along, guys. Really enjoying these new sponsons on the Sea-Doo. It's just tracking so much better. Even in the rougher stuff, the rougher water, it tracks a lot better. So really enjoying it. Really glad I put them on. They've been great. Thanks for coming along on another Yukon Bob video. See you guys on the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe on the water. We'll see you soon.